get to see as much as you'd think, really. Fans are streaming in. There's been good crowds here at the Suwon Gymnasium, and that'll continue to pick up as we get to that match involving An Se-young, and of course at the end of the day when we have Kim Won-ho and Seo Seung-jae in action. Interestingly enough, Suwon, a major city here in Korea, and it's only hosting the Korea Open for the very first time. This is the 32nd edition of the Korea Open. $475,000 on offer. As we can hear now, the crowds now get excited about this all-Korean match coming up. Women's doubles always a forte of the Koreans. Oh, it's about equal, isn't it? The shouts here from the crowd. Hard to discern who has slightly better support. We're not going to go down that road. So, Kim and Kong have actually beaten Baek and Lee all 3 times they've met, most recently at the China Open in 3 games.
Red
I thought that was
or
very
black?
interesting to see
Black.
how accomplished
Red for you.
Baek and Lee are.
Red. This side. Which
all
side?
3 matches
This
this
side.
year.
Service or receive? Back serve. We receive. Kong.
Sport for choice here, the fans. Let's get to know our players a little better. Kong Hee-young is 28 years of age, 166 centimeters tall, from Daejeon, 4th in the world. Her top ranking was with Kim So-young, with whom she won the bronze medal at the Olympics in women's doubles, as well as a silver medal in the World Championships in 2022. 2021 they were 3rd, and in 2023 as well. Kim Hae-jung is slightly younger at 27 years of age. She's from Jeonju. Her highest ranking is 3rd with Jong Na-eun. And on the HSBC BWF World Tour, she has won 8 titles. With Kong Hee-young, they have won 4 titles together. They dropped a game against Hirokami and Hobara, and beat Hu and Zheng from Chinese Taipei pretty comfortably. But that was a 90-minute match. So let's see if that's taken a little bit out of them. By the way, Kong Hee-young has won a whopping 15 titles to her name. Lee So-hee is 31 years of age, the eldest of the bunch here. And she's from Ulsan, another major city, 7th in the world. They've been actually a former world #1 pair. That was actually about a year ago. World Championships, they were 2nd in 2021. She was with 21 with Shung Chan, I should say, excuse me. 2014, she was 3rd. Baek Hana is 25, 164 centimeters tall. Yeah. Her highest ranking is world #1. Women's doubles, silver medal. Now, they haven't dropped a game yet. But they'll be the team to beat, and overall, 10 titles together, Baek Ha-na. Claude Delcroix of France is our umpire. And Takuma Takabatake of Japan is a service judge. Yeah, 7 titles they've won together, Baek and Lee. So, I think this is going to be a really interesting matchup. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see who comes out top on this one. Now, all these internal matches are always very interesting to watch. Looking forward to seeing how they handle each other. They'll know each other like the back of their hands, won't they?
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Baek Ha-na and Hisohi, Korea. And on my left, Kim Hee-young and Kong Hee-young, Korea. Baek Ha-na to serve to Kong Hee-young. Love all. Play.
Now we could be in for a bit of a monster match here, given the styles of these players. Baek and Lee know that the onus is on them, that they have to good power. Well, first point on the board for Kim and Kong. Looking at the seasons then for these two pairings, as that goes long, it's going to be just a little driftier today. Conditions I think you'll find will be a tad different from what we've had in the previous days. A little bit of an apology there from Kong, no real need for it. Just being polite to her compatriots. Bit of a body shot there. She went for Baek. Might have just veered out, you know. Good shot across Lee So-hee. She reacts well. Fantastic defending from Lee So-hee, and she turns it into attack and a winner. Finds that corner. There was a bit of an awkward shot there for Kong. Just looking at the record of these four players, because they haven't necessarily been with each other for a hugely long time. Here's a challenge from Kim and Kong. And that's well and truly out. Didn't get that one correct. Trading points at the moment. Easy finish it should be. Kim makes no mistake. Knows a number of different partners. Lim, Kim Hai-rin, Jung Kyun-yoon. Yeah, the Koreans do tend to change partners very, very well, at odd times, put it that way. Interestingly enough, Lee So-hee, good defending, but again, difficult from there. Yeah, Lee So-hee's been in 3 finals of the Korea Open and a couple of semi-finals, including last year. And she's yet to win this tournament. There was a period where she was getting into the final every other year, 2015, 17, and 19. And 2019 when she got there, when it was part of the HSBC BWF World Tour with this Shin Seung-chan, and well, she lost to one of these players, Kong Hee-young, when she was with Kim So-young in 3 games. With Chung Yi-na in 2015 when she lost then, and in 2017 as well. So I'm sure she'd dearly love to now finally get her hands on a title here. Very, very tight start, this one. Throwing herself at that one, Kong. Not going to get to it. Just beyond Kong Hee-yong. Oh, go for it there, Kong. Would have been a good shot. It looked like a good shot. The idea was a nice one. She goes cross court here. Just snatching at it. This could be one of the longest rallies we've had, I think, so far. Oh, wonderfully placed. Baek. Couple of points lead. And that's sometimes all you need in a tight match like this. Looking at Kong Hee-yong and her record here. She won this tournament back in 2019 with Kim So-young, beat Lee So-hee and Shun Chang. So Lee So-hee, as I said, losing here. It's been her best performance. Got to the final in 2023 with her current partner, and they lost to Chen Qingchen and Jia Yifan, who are actually back here at this tournament but out of proceedings. They're reunited at this tournament. That's big news as well, coming up from women's doubles. Oh, it's a good shot from Kim. And another great shot with the stop drop. And that takes us to the interval with Kim and Kong just in front. Very, very tight match thus far, as we thought it would be. 11-10. Well, this is clearly the pattern I think we're going to see today. It's more than a couple of points. That's what I was saying. A 2-point lead might just be enough here, you know. Gentle shot there from Baek, biding her time. Good power. Kim lets it fly. 48 shots we have in that one. Again, trying to play something a little slower there. Oh, they just kind of looked at each other, thinking the other one would take it. It's gone right between them. On that communication. Good power again. Again, it's a very good, she steps in there, Kim, towards the net. Her interventions have been effective. That's a perfect height for her to put it away. Let's quickly look at the seasons of these two pairings. Kim Ha-jong has won this tournament twice before, with Jong Na-eun in 2022 beat the Yamsaad sisters of Thailand, and then teaming up with Jong Na-eun again in 2024. Perlitana Tina Muralitharan they beat as well comfortably in the final of Malaysia. The only one who's not actually been to a final here at the Korea Open is Baek Ha-na. So she dearly love to be able to progress at home. It's always a big deal. But right now it is Kim and Kong who are 3 points clear. This is the biggest lead we have had in this match so far. We had a 3-love at the start, to be fair, for Baek and Lee. Good rally, this one. Is that going to be out? Oh, I thought Lee So-hee Didn't need to play that. It's another very good shot from Kim. Now Lee So-hee going on a rampage here, and she pulls one back. Two points in this. That was the longest rally, 59 shots I think it was. Kim there just dinking it over. Lee puts that out of play and back to 3 points in front. Just having a look at the season that Kim and Kong have had. They've won 3 titles this year, the Singapore Open and the Indonesian All-England Masters, a couple of finals in the India Open and China Masters, a semi-final of the China Open, 3 quarter-final appearances at the World Champs, Japan and Indonesia Open, and 3 early exits in the second round, Asia Championships and the All England and Malaysia Open. So they've had a 80% win rate this year. It's pretty good. Last week's China Masters, sorry. They got to the final. The World Champs, they were perhaps disappointingly bundled out. They lost to Jia Yifan and Zhang Shushen in the final of the China Masters, and they lost to Nami Matsuyama and Jiharu Shida quite tamely, I think it would be fair to say, in the quarters. Goes just a little long. Baek and Lee are chasing down this lead. Let's have a quick look at Lee So-hee and Baek Ha-na's season. Not quite being as impressive as their opponents as they draw level. Got to 1 final this year, the All-England Masters, 2 semis, Indonesia Open and the China Masters, 5 quarterfinals. China, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore and India Open, and they had a 3rd round exit as also at the World Champs, and it was the All England, their worst performance this season, where they're out in the 2nd round. So they've had, I mean, they've gone deep, relatively deep in tournaments. Last week at the China Masters they got to the semis. They are actually in front now, Kim and Kong. It's a good comeback here. They've hit 5 in a row. What a time to do it. Is it a surprise that we are at 19 all? So Kim and Kong have a game point here. Interesting enough, this is the first Super 500 they've played in this year. Baek Hana, Lee So-hee. In danger here of losing this first game. Well, now it's turned the other way. Lee So-hee going for it. Unrelenting. Another massive rally. Biding her time again. We could be heading towards triple figures here in terms of shots. Tiring stuff. But it's Kim and Kong who eventually get there and take the game. 87 shots, we're just shy of 100. It's the longest rally we've had by some way. It's fair to say this was pretty much going to be expected. First game then to Kim and Kong, 21-19 against Baek and Lee. So Kim and Kong edge a very tight first game, as expected. Well, just trying to see if there's any sort of discernible difference on the ends. It was a tight first game, so you can't really read too much into that. And doubles, of course, any kind of drifty conditions are sort of negated in these instances. Kim and Kong with a good start here to the second game. As we were talking earlier, in such tight circumstances, really, having a 4-1 could come in very, very handy indeed. Again, a really good shot from Kim. She's changed it up very, very nicely. It's all Kim right now. It's a wonderful bit of deception there from Kim, which sets up the winner. 45 shots, another long rally. That was pretty much all Kim's point, wasn't it? Yeah, she just foxed Baek. There you go. There's the disguise. And then an easy one to finish off on the backhand. Good defending. Maybe they've just weathered the storm here. No. She's annoyed with herself, I think. Fair to say, Kim. I think she felt that that was a situation she could get out of. She really did so well here. And they were hanging in there. Yeah, I think she knows that she could have continued, and that was a shot that she could have made back. But she makes amends immediately. Continuing that 4-point lead, that's, as I said, invaluable. Good play on the backhand there from Kim. And that lead is now up to 5. So Kim Hae-jong and Kong Hee-young, they have a 75% win rate after winning the first game, which is pretty good, isn't it? That's going to be out. There's trouble here, I'm afraid, for Baek and Lee. By the way, that win rate goes up to 80% almost this year. That's the kind of season they've had. Again, it's a really, really well-placed shot from Kim. She's finding these areas brilliantly. They've got to do something soon, Baek and Lee, to stay in this. Otherwise it could get problematic for them. Five-point lead. Again, that defense coming to the fore, but this time it was that body shot, so a little awkward for her. But she just tries to get out of the way, get the angle so that it stays in. Difficult for Baek, for Kong. Maybe that could have been finished off by Kim. Awkward shot there for Kong, and a couple of useful points here for Baek and Lee. How many times have we said that today about Kim? How she has approached this. The important thing is Baek and Lee, while they've found themselves in a bit of trouble, they've kept it there, thereabouts. You kind of want to be within striking distance. 3 points for max. They were up to 5 at one stage. And now the lead is only 2. And Lee So-hee, after losing the first game, actually go on to win 84% of the time, which is outstanding. That has dropped to about 74% this year, that rate, but that's still quite impressive. But 84. Very good. Which means they like being in the long haul, and I tell you what, maybe that's been borne out here right now, because they were trailing, weren't they, by as much as 5 points. It was 8-3 a short while ago. They have won 6 of the last 7. And now got it up to 9 all. Kim and Kong have not been able to take advantage of the situation. Well, in fact, Baek and Lee are now in front. Oh, wonderful defending from Baek. It looked like Kim was going to get the winner on that one. Good shot there again from Kim. Into the net there from Kong, and it is Baek and Lee who have had a magnificent run here. They're on 6 points on the trot and lead at the interval by 2. Though Kim and Kong won the first game. Well, now playing catch-up, Kim and Kong, for a while. Bit of a shout there, letting out some emotion. So, 2 points on the trot then right after the interval. A bit irritated with herself there, Kong. Yeah, this is going to be quite a similar packed, I think, for the second game as well. Very respectful apology again there. Too much power on that. They're back in front here, Kim and Kong. I think it's going to seesaw back and forth, isn't it, though? Maybe possibly veered out from Kong. Oh, she's got that over. Kong, brilliant work. Ah, that is a fantastic point. But Kong, take a bow, because there was just one shot. Somehow she got to it really low down, and it just gets over. I'm not going to see it here, but look at this. This is a great shot as well. Taking the pace right off the shuttle. That's what won the point. And they're now back a couple in front. It's been a big swing here again. Being wrong-footed there, and maybe a little taste of her own medicine there. Kong was not going to get to that. I think she kind of knows it. What a guile used by these Korean players. It's great to see. And Lee So-hee first, and then Baek Na just applying that touch. She knows it. Again, but should be finished off here. Just clipping that net helped. All square. They're just caught in a vulnerable position as well on the ground. Not much that can be done. Kong. Tight one to KOR at the moment. Finishing it off, can they do it? They can. That's Kong. She's coming to the fore more in the second game. 15 all. Absolutely nothing in this between them. Step of annoyance there, I think it's fair to say. Got the other women's doubles semi-finals, by the way, starting soon on court 2. Iwanaga and Nakanishi versus Fukushima and Matsumoto. It's all Japanese there, so we are guaranteed Japan versus Korea in the final tomorrow. Baek and Lee up by 1 here. Crucial juncture now to see if we're going to go to a third, and they now taking it to 2 points in front. Not going to want to let that happen for too long. That's a really good cross-court hit. That's going to be out. And again, restore that 2-point lead. Starting to look a little dicey for Kim and Kong to wrap this up in 2. We talked earlier about the staying power of Baek and Lee. It's a good kill shot there from Kim, though. Well, Baek again quickly restores that 2-point lead. So Kim and Kong have not been able to get consecutive points for a little while now. Suddenly gone into just a bit of a shell. That's good news for Baek and Lee. Every time this happens, though, they can't move it to 3 points. Kim and Kong pull one back, and then Baek and Lee win the next one. Can they break this pattern? Kim and Kong now, and make it 19 all. Well, that has fallen short. That's disappointing serve from Kim. And it's 2 game points for Baek and Lee. Again, she repeats that cross-court shot. Kong. They've let themselves down on the serving right at the end of this game. Kim and Kong, both of them have not served well in their last 2 serves. And Baek and Lee have won the second game. It was almost an air of inevitability, let's be honest, about this one going a full distance. And so it has proved. 21-19 to Baek and Lee in game 2. So into this third game now we go, and it has been a war of attrition, really. Anybody's game. We'll have a look at records over a deciding game. I told you already that it's going to be well out. Baek and Lee have an outstanding record of winning something like 84% of their matches, even after losing the first game. In the deciding game, their record is 81%. That is outstanding. For Kim and Kong, it's 74%. Both are pretty good records in this final game. Remember, Kim and Kong have got the head-to-head advantage. Monster rally again. Also here using a height there. That is good. Oh, yeah, I thought that might have been out. Kim and Kong, though, this year, from 74% throughout their career, this year in a deciding game, their percentage goes up to 82%. And from 81%, Baek and Lee this year, their winning rate in the deciding game goes down to 73%. So it's kind of flipped, isn't it? The stats in deciding games for this year as opposed to their overall track record. And that's what you've really got to base it on, form. So you'd think Kim and Kong might just have the edge here. Have had the better form overall. Oh, great shot there from Kim. Kim and Kong, a couple of points in front. Good placement. Recovered fairly well here, Baek and Lee. Good defending from Baek and Lee. Has that gone long? It has. They're Kong on the haunches there. She can't quite believe that has happened. Oh, it makes it. You kind of walk to it, assuming that will go out, Kong. Yep, she really, and that was actually inside the line. Good defending there, good reactions from Lee So-hee. That one should be good. So some measure of revenge from Kim In-kong. Great shot to set that up from Kim. That's what really set this point up. She'll shot here, coming up now. This one, a little bit slice and opens herself up. Difficult for Lee So-hee to retrieve. A bit of an awkward one there for Lee So-hee. Maybe she didn't quite expect it to come at that pace. It wasn't as fast as perhaps she thought it might be. Quick response there. They have got a very valuable 4-point lead here, Kim In-kong. Got to make this count now. That's gone well long. Remember in game 2, they had something similar. They were 8-3 up. And then lost that game. They could hold on to that lead. It was a good 6-point run from Baek and Lee that turned it around in the second game. Well, I've got to say, the defences from both pairs has been immense. Calm it down, take it easy. That's the message from Kim. At the interval then, a pretty good lead here for Kim and Kong. 5 points, 11-6. Can they hold on to it? Finish this off. This is a good moment for Kim and Kong. They have to hold on to this lead. And, well, that helps them. It's a little bit of luck, but they're not going to regret that, are they? Well, they needed that quite badly, really, Baek and Lee. And they need to put on another run. Like they did in the second game. 5 points behind. To maintain that pressure. Oh, again, it happens. Skimming the net there. Looking very almost embarrassed about it. Hey, what can you do? It's a big 7 points now, isn't it? The lead, also the need now to win. Kim and Kong. It's a good backhand from Kim. Oh, quick return there. And they had to, really, because it was a 9-point lead at that stage. Would have gone up to 10, would have been, even now, it's looking tough. That's just gone a little long. This is looking hard now. I have to say it's Kim and Kong still loses it. Ooh, that's tight. But it is going to get challenged. I think in the end, you see that it was indeed out. Oh, it is just out then. Still up by 8. Good reactions there from Kong, but all she could do was just get it back. It was at a good height to be put away by Baek. No, set up by her little deception there. Just out, there you go. Actually more than just. I think still a little bit of drift on this side. We'll have a better idea of the conditions when the singles happen in the third match. We have got mixed doubles coming up next. Again, we've seen it go long, haven't we? Couldn't quite get it over to set up match points there, Kim and Kong. The stop-drop attempts by Kong, and I was just sort of chuckling there because of Kong's reaction. I'll just get it here. Expressive person that she is. Not for the first time today. I think She knows she should have at least got that over. Couple of points here, and that's a silly one to give away. Lee So-hee, she knows it. 7 match points now for Kim and Kong. One saved. Oof, that might have just been going out. It's a great way to win it. Kong goes cross court, plenty of space there. And they are into their 6th final of 2025. It's been a good year for them, Kim and Kong, and they extend that winning record. Against this particular pairing of Baek and Lee to 4-0. And also continue that wonderful record of winning the deciding game, more than 80% win rate in that regard in 2025. Korea traditionally strong in women's doubles, and in this particular tournament, of course, at home. And that will continue. We will have Kim and Kong. We both have a pretty decent record at this event. Baek Han-na and Lee So-hee, the 3rd seeds from Korea, beat their compatriots, who are the 2nd seeds, Kim Ha-jong and, or Kong Hee-young rather, and Kim Ha-jong beats Baek and Lee 21-19, 19-21, 21-14 in 81 minutes. Up next, it's mixed doubles. Christiansen and Boye of Denmark play Zhang and Wei of China, the 2nd seeds. So that was a big start to the day, wasn't it? The women's doubles, all Korean affair. Now we're moving on to mixed doubles. Mathias Christiansen and Alexandra Boye of Denmark who have just had a good comeback. Won the Macau Open recently, playing one of the top mixed doubles pairs in the world. The second seeds from China, Jian Zhenbang and Wei Yaxin. The other semi-final today, we see Feng Yangtze, Wang Dongping playing Shanawi and Marwa of Indonesia. Still got the top two seeds, could still be an all